There is something you can do that is better than anyone else, and your job is to find it.
If you can have anything in the world, barring all obstacles, what would this be?
I love that you started with that question. For me right now, it would be, I would like the book to help. I would like this book that I've written to help. That's why I wrote it. And I would like it to help people find their own point of view, their own artistry, what it is they want to do in the world. I think we're lost. I think we're experiencing some very, very difficult times. And I think it's very loud. It's very loud right now. We're being bombarded. Even though we're in our homes because of the pandemic, we are still, being bombarded with media and internet and social media. And, we're lost as to what to do with our time. Education is a little sad right now. They've taken arts out of school. This is a very dangerous thing. This is not just a light thing to take arts out of school. This is not just we don't have enough money, so there's no art, so you do those outside of the school. Art is the most important thing because it teaches imagination. Art is about imagination, and without imagination, we have no future. This is why the artists have always been the ones to lead us into, better waters or the future or the evolution of mankind or a higher way or a higher calling. It's always been the artists. So if you take arts out of school, you're not supporting artists. You're not supporting the people who are going to teach us, how to live. So my thing is, okay, well, let's find the artist in everyone then. If we're not going to just bring out the Michelangelos, maybe it's not the time right now. We don't have any Michelangelos, we don't have any Beatles, we don't have anything in music, literature. I don't see this new wave of art arriving. So let's bring it out in everyone. I was raised in the 70s. We had the painting evolution. It was incredible with Jasper Johns and Bob Rauschenberg, and we had gone from one kind of painting to another. And I was raised with these guys at the dining room table, and I would study them. And they just had their own way of looking at things. The idea was to see, but to see in your own way, to see with your own eyes, to find something for yourself. So, in the book I like to talk about negative space, because we don't think about looking at negative space, but that's a great example. When you look at a tree, we're educated to look at a tree in the same way. There's the branch, there are the leaves, there's the trunk. Artists look at the tree, they look at the negative space. They look at the space between the leaves. They look at the space between the branches. You can even do an exercise where you paint that space. You just do the space, and then the picture arrives. So these are things that stimulate the imagination. This is why when we have art in school, we stimulate the imagination. This is very important. Otherwise, we follow anything. We buy anything. Right now, we're just, I think I should look like Kim Kardashian. I need to look like this one. I need to buy these things because that's very, very hip. I need to buy the right sneakers. People are spending $300 on sneakers. Probably more, I don't know. But it's absurd, really.
Why is that one of the central questions in your life?
If you could have anything. Okay. Well, my father asked me that question. Actually, I think the first time he asked it of me, I was a very naughty teenager. I was a very angry teenager. I'll probably get into that at another time. But My mother sent me to live with my father in California because she said, I'm done with her. She's 14 and hell on wheels and do something with this kid. And so I went to live with my father. And he lived on the beach in Topanga when there were houses on the beach in Topanga, which was, I can't even tell you how fantastic that was. And he wasn't very present when I was a child because he was an actor and he was in California working. He started out on Broadway, but then they took all those guys to California because it was the 50s and television exploded. And so he came out here to work. So I didn't have a sense of him. I had this sort of formal relationship with him. But I came and I was in trouble, and he kind of took a look at that and he said, Jossie, if you could have anything in the world, barring all obstacles, what would that be? And I said, I want to live at the beach here with you, and I don't want to go to boarding school, I don't want to go to private school, and I don't want to do, I just want to live at the beach with you. Maybe this was a glib answer, but that question stuck with me, and I have been asking that of myself and of others since that time. We need to know what we want to do in the world. We're not educated to that. Nobody in school, don't you think that this is a smart question? Hello, you're 6. What do you like to do? What do you think you want to do? What would you like to do today? You're 8. Hi, what's going on? Oh, you like the painting. What would you like to do today? You have to ask this question of yourself throughout life. What is it that you want to do? You're here on the planet for a purpose. There is something you can do that is better than anyone else, and your job is to find it. And nobody's been helping us do that. So I took that question and presented it in the book to others. This is the most important question. Can you answer this question? And you only have answered this question when you ask it of yourself and your heart beats. You have to keep asking until something moves in you, something is visceral. This is why this word came out of the teaching, because when you're teaching actors, you have to give them a technique. It's very important. If you don't offer a really firm technique, you're not teaching, you're not offering anything. But beyond technique, what takes a good actor, a serviceable actor, to a great actor, to an inspirational actor? What is that lift off? Well, it's inspiration. It's when something comes in that wakes the artist up and that he can follow and he can trust. And he knows that something exciting has come in. He knows that it's inspirational because his heart beats a little faster, because he's even nervous about it, because sometimes when that comes in and you get that kind of a hit, you're I can't do that, that's too scary. It's scary. No, all of those feelings, those visceral feelings, the heartbeat, the stomach turn, all of those things are indicators that you are going in the right path. Follow that path. So you see what you want, you ask questions until you get that, then you clarify, this is the direction I want to go, and this is what I want in life, this is what I meant. Now you can take the steps. Then they're revealed. If you want to be an actor, then you're going to take certain steps to get to be an actor. But I want to be an actor. Lots of people say, I want to be an actor. But unless your heart beats on I want to be an actor, you're just maybe fantasizing about being an actor. Your heart has to be, you have to have a purpose for it, whether it's painting, whether it's acting, whether it's carving small animals and leaving them in trees for people to find, like Boo Radley, whatever your bliss is, whatever you know because it moves in you.
You think people like the idea of what being an actor is?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because we have 2 parts to us. We have the ego, the personality, and we have the spirit, which is we are energetic beings in bodies. But we have nothing supporting us in that way. There's nothing to support that. There's no education. It flows over into religion. Well, it has nothing to do with religion. Religion is something else. It's something, they've kind of failed us, religions. It got a little dogmatic and people went, really? Yeah. So people want to find that in themselves. If we looked at all the religious, books and everything, and we were told, nobody can tell you this. You can read these books, but they're just inspiration. Nobody can tell you what they are. That would be beautiful. Wouldn't that be beautiful if you read the Bible, if you read the Quran, if you read these beautiful books, and only you could answer to them? This is what we need. Only you. We need to listen to ourselves. And we don't have any concept as to how to do that. So, actors, back to the question. A lot of actors' personality, we're looking at nothing but actors. Actors are running all of advertising, and everything is, I want to be an actor. I think I want to be an actor. I want people to look at me like that. That's one answer that comes from, the ego, and I want to be admired. I want to be looked at. And, that's natural. We all want that. And if we didn't get it as children, which is in many, many cases, we're going to seek it elsewhere. But there are actors who it moves in them because their mission in life is to reveal the human condition. That's what acting is. It's revealing the human condition. And I liken actors to magicians because they're creating life before your very eyes. And when they get it right, you leave your little life and you enter their storytelling. When an actor enters that realm and they're living it before your very eyes as if it were a parallel universe, a parallel life right there. And we know that. Everybody knows that. They have a thermometer. They go, that guy's really in there, or that guy's really acting. And the guy who's acting, we enjoy it. It's entertainment. But the guy who's elevated, the guy who's living it, the guy who has dared to enter that, that guy is working out of inspiration. That guy is a magician. And when he's working, we leave. We leave our little life and we enter his life and we take a little vacation from our own life. And then when he's done, we admire that and we think, well, if he can control all of that, maybe I can do a little better with my own life.